I don't know how this is going to turn out on the iPhone. I didn't come prepared to shoot a video, but as I was laying underneath the Merc here, working on it, I thought it might be of some interest to record some of this, what I'm doing. So what I'm doing, the pinion seal here had a major oil leak recently. I mean, it leaked a little bit ever since I started driving it, but the past few weeks sitting in the shed here, it was actually leaking out onto the floor, quite a puddle of oil. So I had a new seal I bought probably 3 years ago from C&G Ford in California, I think it is. I was reluctant to attempt installing it, but I figured at this point I had no option. So here it is. The old seal came out not too bad. Should have recorded that. This is actually just the cover to it. The seal is actually in behind there. What I had to do was turn a couple of sheet metal screws into the seal and use them as a surface to grip onto with a little nail puller on each side, and that was enough to pry the seal out. Luckily it didn't put up too much of a fight. The old seal had a fair bit of damage to the sealing surface, not surprisingly. The pinion seal, or the pinion nut, had been running loose for a while, which allowed a lot of up and down movement, which is very hard on the seal, obviously. So I've got that nut tightened up good, and this trouble light doesn't blink out on me. I wanted to show the, pretty hard to see, the unique color. When I first looked into this U-joint, it looked like it had bronze brazing on it, but I mean, who in the world would ever use brazing to repair a U-joint? Come to the conclusion it's just the color of the metal. Anyway, I think I got everything tightened up. I haven't flattened out the little locking tabs under the bolts yet, but I'm gonna hopefully take it off the jacks here, put some oil in, and take it for a little drive. Oh, there goes my light. I love these cheap trouble lights. And we'll see how the oil holds up. Hopefully no leaks. Check this out. Nearly 48 hours since we had that little snowstorm, and it hasn't melted completely. Been a couple of cool days. Temperature up around the mid 40s. So I got a little bit of work done here. I didn't get to record as much as I planned. Well, what did I do with it? Oh, there it is. Lighting's not the best. I can almost read the Ford script on this seal. I think I made reference to it in another video clip. I replaced the front pinion seal in the rear axle here because it had a major leak. Speaking of which, well, there's nothing showing now. I filled it up here this morning, and I have yet to give it a test drive. I'm really hoping it's not going to leak anymore, but I guess time will tell. I might have time for a test drive this evening. It's been sitting for a week, I think, or maybe not quite. So hopefully the old Holly hasn't drained the fuel bowl just yet, and I won't have to prime it. But let's see. One way to find out. Oh, I need two hands for this job though. How am I going to hold the camera? Well, that was pretty good. Sounds a little heavy on the choke, so we'll push that in a little. That's better. It needs lots of gas, but not too much.